Hello, Brooks Gibbs here. Time for another story. I'm the storyteller. Love to tell stories with principles, and I call these the little lessons of life because everything that goes on around you is a lesson that's there to teach you. You just get to learn. Look at it and go, wow, what is there to learn in that? Because everything that's happening around you is teaching a principle of how to live, how to show up, and how to grow and be and find joy in this amazing journey we call life. Life is living, which means change, constant change. How we choose to embrace that change, how we choose to see that change, is how we find joy in our life. So today I get to share this story. I love this story. And in this story, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and ponder and think about a couple of things. Are you willing to do that? Raise your hand if you are. Just put it up there and say, yeah, I'm willing to step out. You're going to need to be somewhere where it's quiet and you can listen. If you're watching on your phone, maybe you want to put earphones in so you can hear this, because we're going to go through a little bit of a guided meditation in this story, where I'm going to tell you a story and ask you to visualize something and the feelings that come with that. Are you open to that? Today's story is the mountain lake. Wow, the mountain lake. This is going to be an interesting one. You're thinking, where's this going to take me? Well, the mountain lake teaches us a story about how you show up in relationships, and the way you show up and how it allows others to show up and be what they are. So let's take this adventure, the mountain lake. So let's take a minute. Get somewhere where you can be really quiet. Maybe sit, relax, and listen to this. And close your eyes and visualize. And what I want you to do is to close your eyes, take in a breath, and just relax and let go. Let go of all the busyness and the thoughts that are going on of, oh my gosh, I got to get the groceries, got to take care of the kids, got to do this. Whatever they are, let go, because for the next 2 minutes, it won't matter. You just get to be in this moment. Relaxed and present. Now what I want you to do is think. Hopefully you've been in this experience before, but you're on the top of a beautiful mountain. It's a spring day. The air is crisp and it's calm. The mountains surrounding you are majestic and tall. They're capped with white snow. And you have blotches where the stones and the trees have poked out, but you see all around these beautiful mountains. You're at the base of these mountains, and at the base of the mountain is this small mountain lake. The lake goes right up to the edge of the mountains, and the mountains rise up above it, and they literally engulf it and shape all the way around this mountain lake. The sun is up. It's been up for maybe an hour. It's still early morning and quiet. It's very calm. There's not a breeze. The air is very still. There's an amazing peace and energy that is in this moment. As you sit and look across the lake at the mountains, you recognize that the lake is perfectly flat. It is flat, like a sheet of glass. Better yet, it's actually a mirror. Because what you see across that lake is the absolute perfect reflection of light coming off of the mountains. And you see the mountains and the skyline reflected and recreated in that lake perfectly. They look identical to each other. You know the one is physically there, the mountains that are out there. you know that the spirit or the energy of what is the mountain and its spirit in its light is being reflected by the lake. And it's perfect. You could hardly tell one from the other. Now, as you're sitting there watching this beautiful scene, the morning's getting on, and a slight breeze comes up. That breeze comes across the lake, and the water begins to ripple. Now, what happens as it begins to ripple? The mountains remain the same. They don't change at all. But the reflection of the light begins to distort just a little bit to where the image of the reflection of the mountains is not exactly what the mountains were. Now you can still see it and you can still make it out, and it's pretty close because it's just a few little ripples, but it's not perfect like it was before. As time goes on, the wind picks up a little bit more and the water becomes a little bit more turbulent. And now it's not just ripples, it's more like waves. And these waves, while they're still there, you can see and know that there's something there about the mountain, but you don't really see exactly what it is. You kind of get a glimpse of it every now and then. It comes in and out, but the waves are distorting it to where it just doesn't have the same look. The wind picks up a little bit more, and eventually the waves turn from just being waves to whitecaps, to where they're actually going over and you're getting air mixed in with that and you're getting the whitecaps on the water. And guess what? There is no longer the vision of the mountains on that lake. The only thing you see is the lake itself, as it literally is screaming to you, I am in turmoil, things are going on, pay attention to me. You can't see anything else that's going on around it. It's just me, just the lake. Quite the contrast from when the lake was calm and flat and reflected perfectly everything that was around it, to when it was in its turmoil and on the surface it was churning and it was going all over and could reflect nothing of the power of what was going on around it. What's the lesson in life? So open your eyes and let's talk about that for a minute. In life, each of us are like the lake. We have things that are going on around us physically in relationships, people, places, things. And as the lake, we reflect all of those experiences. As the lake, when we're calm, when we're at peace, when we are in our knowing, and we're not worried about the turmoil, but we're perfectly calm. When we're calm, the true nature and light and spirit of everything that is around us shows up and is reflected by who we are. And we see the true nature of the spirit of everything that's around us. Now, as we start to get a little bit out of sorts and we start worrying about things, which is typically about our own self and our own life and the things that are going on, then that mixes to distort what we're seeing reflected in the light of everyone that's around us. And if we are in so much turmoil, our job, our worries, our stress, our family, we're so focused on that and what's happening to me. Sometimes we are just so focused on it, it's all screaming, me. I've got so much stuff going on in my life. You need to be looking at me. You need to look at the challenges and the trials and things that are going on. I'm the one that's important here. Everything else can be taken care of by them. I'm important. It's me, 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 me. Wow. Talk about the whitecaps. Talk about not being able to see the reflection of the things that are going on around you. All of that has to do with the state of your mind, your being, and your energy. Take the time to look around in your life and look at your history and look at the things that you've got going on. Look at those times when you've been in turmoil because you've got stress or you're worried and things are going on and things around you aren't going on very well either. And it's mostly because of your state of mind. And then there are other times when you're just calm. You feel at peace. And things happen and you go, that's okay, that doesn't matter, it'll take care of itself. And when you're calm, it seems that everything around you becomes calm. And you begin to see the true nature of what resides there. That is the little lesson of life that the lake taught. I hope that this lesson teaches you that you have a choice in your life. How you show up in relationships and where you're at, whether you're in turmoil or whether you're in calm, will determine the energy of the spirit of the things that are around you and how they reflect. Because if you're in turmoil, their reflection will be tumultuous as well. When you're calm, it's more likely that their reflection of how they show up will be calm and truly the inner beauty of what they are. Take that little lesson in life, incorporate it, and always ask yourself, am I calm in this moment? And am I purely reflecting that calm in a nature that shows the true beauty and picture of everything that's around me? My name is Brooks Gibbs. I invite you to come back for another little lesson in life. Thank you.